Hey guys, Reservoir Dog number 22 here once again. Today I'm going to be doing something different than my other videos. First of all, I'd like to say that I never had the opportunity to properly introduce myself, and I don't have like social media or whatever. Like I never like to put my name out there and have people know who I am, because I'm afraid like I might be cyberbullied or people might call me names or send mean comments or stuff like that. But I've overcome that fear now, and I'd like to take this opportunity to introduce myself to you properly. My name is Austin Zahn Hess. I am 18 years old, and I have Asperger's syndrome, which is a form of autism. And that's what I'm going to be talking about today, is autism. And I'm going to be talking about what autism is and my story of how autism has affected my life. And this is going to be a video series, so I'm going to be filming future videos about autism, but today this is more of like an introduction. So autism, the definition of autism is the inability to socialize with other people, the inability to create or maintain relationships, friendships, the difficulty to fit in with other people at school, and so on. It comes to a shock to people that when I tell them that I have autism, it is hard to see that in me right now, because I've grown up, I've become more mature, and with a lot of autistic kids, as they grow up, and they become more mature, they start to control it more. It's not with all autistic kids. It's different for everyone. So yeah. I have autism. I have Asperger's syndrome. Asperger's syndrome, it means that I have a low dosage of it, but it's still mild. Other autistic kids have higher dosages of it. It means, like it affects certain parts of my brain rather than, a big portion of my brain. And yeah, and I want people to realize that autism is not a bad thing. It's not a mental illness. It's not something to frown upon. It is a good thing, and I want this video and future videos to help other autistic kids or people, and teachers, parents, brothers, sisters of siblings who have autism, to comprehend it and to understand it better, so then they don't feel bad when they don't know how to understand it, or when they don't know how to comprehend it. So yeah, that is autism. It's hard. It's the difficulty to socialize. It's hard for us to talk to people, to look at people, to make friends, to focus in school or work or any other place. And it is a very complicated thing at first, but once you start to read about it and research it, it's a lot easier than you think. It's less worse than you think. It's not a mental illness. I hate it when people compare it to schizophrenia or any other mental illnesses, because it's not. It's a social disorder. And it's hard for us to talk to people, because when we try to talk to people or when we try to look at people, there's so many things that roll around in our heads, like what we should say, what we should do. And when we start to think about it too much, we get nervous, and when we get nervous, we choke, and then we shut down. And it is difficult for us to socialize at first, but after going through therapy or after going to special ed class and learning how to socialize with people, you'll learn how to control it. It's really not as hard as you think for autistic people. And I like to talk about my story. I'll start from the beginning. I was born in 1998. I was born on April 6, 1998 in Minneapolis, Minnesota. I have both my parents, my father and my mother. I have an older sister, a younger sister, and a younger brother. So I'm the middle child of 4 kids. And we lived in Brooklyn Park, and at that time I went to Riverview Elementary School. I went to Jackson Middle School, and I went to Chapman Park High School, and I just graduated this year. And growing up, autism has been, a good thing and a bad thing for me, because in the beginning I didn't understand it. So I'm going to be talking about how it's affected my life. It started when I was in elementary school. In kindergarten, I started recognizing different things about myself than other people. I started, experiencing like bad tempers. I had, a bad temper when I was a kid. And when other people would be interested in things like Star Wars or Indiana Jones or stuff like that, I'd become crazy obsessed with it, rather than other people where they'd just be interested in it. I was fixated with it, and it became an obsession. And when I started showing these signs, the teachers there started to read my behaviors, and they told my parents that I had autism. I had Asperger's syndrome, which is a form of autism. And when my parents found out, it answered a lot of questions for them, and they were shocked. And when they went to a PTO conference, parent-teacher organization conference, they tried to convince my parents to give me Ritalin and methamphetamine, which is commonly used to treat ADHD, because that's what they thought I had. And my parents said no. My parents wanted me to live a regular life. They didn't want to have to medicate me. They wanted me to go to a regular school with other people, and they wanted me to be raised a normal life rather than an isolated life. So I wasn't at that PTO conference, so when I was growing up I had no idea what autism was. And I first found out when I was 8 years old. I was in 2nd grade. I went to special ed class, and my special ed teacher, Miss Molden, told me that I had autism. And I had no idea what that was at first, so I asked her, what is autism? And she explained it to me, and she said, autism is a social disorder that a lot of kids have, preferably more boys than girls. And we behave differently than other people, we talk different than other people, we see things differently than other people, we feel things different than other people, and so on. And when she explained it to me, it answered a lot of questions for me, but I was also a bit freaked out, because at the time I thought there was like something bad, something was wrong with me. And I read several books about it. I have done a lot of research on it, and it's not as bad as it. And at the time, I realized it wasn't as bad as it was, but it did affect me down the road. Like it was very hard for me to socialize with people. It was very hard for me to make friends, and I've been bullied, I've been harassed, I've been called names, and I'd rather not get into it right now, but that, yeah. And I really want this video to help people understand it more, rather than having to look through so many files or research it. And I understand it's time consuming, believe me, and I just really hope that this video will explain some things, and my future videos will explain more, and autism is not a bad thing. It's a good thing. Autism it's a gift. At first you'll think it's a curse, but the more you understand it, the more you research it, the more you'll understand it. Did I say that already? Yeah, sorry. So just the more you'll get into it, the more you'll realize that autism is a gift rather than a curse. Yes, it has its pros and cons, but once you control it, it'll possibly be it'll feel like the best thing that's ever happened to you. Yeah, so that's been autism. That's been my story. I hope I've helped a lot of people with this video, and I hope I will help a lot of people, and I hope I have motivated you guys I hope I motivated autistic people, and all that. Sorry, I'm nervous. Yeah. So I guess that's it. I hope you'll stay tuned for my next video about autism, and yeah. So yeah. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. If you like this video, you could put a like down below. If you want to comment, if you have any questions at all, anything about autism, you can comment in the comment section below, and it would mean the world to me if you subscribe to my channel. I really want to help people with this, and I really want to motivate people. I love motivating people. I love motivation, and I really want people to understand autism better. So yeah, I hope I've done that today. I hope I do that in my future videos, and yeah, thank you guys so much, and yeah, I'll see you guys later.